Hello, 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 my dear friends. Welcome to a Kolejny View Eugene, where Eugene is viewing stuff. Today we're gonna be watching episode number 18 of Public Drum Shaming by Eugene R, where R stands for Holiday Fireworks. Roasting. I am on holidays, that's true. I am not even at home. Actually, some of the stuff that you see here is not the usual stuff, but I have managed to bring some of my equipment with me on this holiday trip, like the microphone and the audio interface and the black backdrop and the lights and actually everything, even my holiday spirit. Why, you ask? Because I just cannot skip the opportunity to roast your drumming and ruin your holidays. That's how much I love you. Today we're gonna be reviewing these 10 brave unlucky participants of batch number 18. As usual, you can always use the timestamp in order to jump into the future and travel to the desired video. To anybody who hasn't participated yet in these reviews and would like to, please make sure that you watch the rules video first before submitting me your stuff. Additionally, anybody who feels generous enough to support me morally and more importantly financially, you can always become my patron following this Patreon link you can see down below. Any support during these dark and uncertain times is of course welcome. Regarding previous reviews, don't recall much. If you care, I am having a new phone right now that I'm using right now to film myself. Not sure how good the quality will be. I'll find it out once I'll be editing this video, but you probably don't care anyway. So without any further chit chat, let's jump in right immediately to the first submission, which is from Mr. Benny Komatitsch. I think I might have butchered that a little bit, and this is Critical Mess into Oblivion official drum playthrough. And it's important to know that it's the description says no triggers, sampling or editing on the audio here, just pure acoustic drums. Roll and trigger per the kick is only for monitoring. It has not been recorded. Wow, full-blown acoustic video. Let's see what this is about. That stack. The snare. Oh shit, everything. The drums sound fantastic. Wow, that snare rozpędува on the roll. The toms, beautiful. Super tight. Yeah, hell yeah. He's hammering those drums nicely. The kit sounds amazing. Also, the video is very nice. Especially the foot cam is so nice. All that focus. You see how like it's sharp here and blurry in the back? It seems like he has used a very nice, expensive camera for the foot cam at the same time, and this is not as super expensive. Like, I love the focus and I love the blurry background, but yeah, whatever. Oh yes, hell yeah, holy shit. Insane blast with the China. Finally, the fast stuff. Oh my god, look at his left hand. It seems a little bit Parkinson's. Kinda stiff. 2/2, 4/2, beautiful. Super tight. Amazing playing. And the left hand. The rolls are amazing. Pay attention to the beaters and how he's keeping them on the bass drum all the time. The left one. Yeah, because this kind of tigada Fear Factory stuff is easier to do when you do it this way. Oh, the toms, oh. Yes, going faster. Right hand. See, the wrist is moving kind of nice and flexible. When he was blasting with the left hand, it somehow seemed a bit more stiff. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Looked unhealthy, a bit unhealthy. Not too much, but just a bit. Well, thank you very much. This was absolutely freaking amazing, okay? The good stuff, sound, video, tightness, performance, like insane. Everything was yes, okay? So that was absolutely very, very freaking good. Great double bass, great rolls, 2/2, 4/2. The sound of the toms, the sound of the drums, the way you made them sound, how you were bashing them, like for this kind of music, I think you just did everything that could have been ever demanded from you. Super cool. Like, honestly, I really have nothing to criticize here. But the bad stuff, the only thing that I'm gonna point out is that left hand on the fast blast in the midsection. I'm not saying that it was absolutely terribly unacceptable, just please make sure that you don't hurt yourself, okay? So it just seemed a little bit too stiff for me, like a bit too much of this full arm movement instead of this nice gummy worm wrist flexibility that you had in your right hand during the cannibal blast, which I think like that was great. The left hand, I know that you were trying to bash as hard as you can to make the drums sound great because they sound only great if you hit them this hard, but not at the cost of your health. That's all I can say, okay? Thank you very much for this submission. It was, wow, it was really amazing. We move on, ladies and gentlemen. This is entry number 2 from Mr. Aldo Hernandez. And this is Last Breath, Final Path drum cam. Live at El Back Rock Bar. Lefty. He is either lefty or the camera is mirrored. One of the two. Camera sound. No. Or yes. Wow, the kick drum is very nice. Wow, the rolls are insanely nice. I'm not sure if it's triggers, but the kick drum sounds amazing. Yes, hell yeah. Wow. Oh no, those kind of Fear Factory kick patterns in a skank beat, always a bitch. Amazing, so relaxed. Okay. Amazing rolls, amazing double bass. Hell yeah, love the energy. Oh, he's... triplets. Wow, the great phrasing on the cymbals. Love it. Double ride. Wow, amazing. Amazing. Check those kicks. Oh, such precision. And this is live shit with camera sound. This guy's amazing. Please, guys, buy a ticket and go watch him live. Those patterns are pain in the ass. He's nailing them. Very nice. I'm speechless, man. Wow, the rolls. Oh, this is so nice. Oh yes, bomb blast. The traditional blast was also very nice. Yes, those rolls, amazing. Sometimes, when he was playing the traditional blast on the hi-hat, sometimes the snare was going a little bit on top of the kick, I think. Very, very good. Thank you very much for the submission. The good stuff, amazingly precise live kicks. I'm not sure if you're using any kind of triggers or this is like a mic and a wedge next to you or how you recorded that, but the kick sounded super tight, super loud, insanely great. Great rolls. nice ideas, like very creative, very fun to watch. Also awesome dynamics with the ghost notes on the snare. Almost everything that you played was exceptionally amazing, like really good. Nice power, nice anger, nice face, and all the kind of energy was there, which I really do enjoy, especially like during live shows. It's very, very important. The bad stuff, that traditional blast, the snare sliding on top of the kick, maybe is something that I heard appearing here and there. Not the end of the world, and of course I'm just being picky because I would like to criticize something, but there's almost nothing to criticize because we're, in my opinion, outstanding. This is an amazing live performance, a live recording as well. So the only thing that, you know, like I know that it's very tough to pull off, to do a nice live recording with a console, sound from the mixer, maybe multiple cameras, you know, better cameras. The conditions don't always allow you to do that, but that would be a nice improvement because, in my opinion, you're a great drummer and there's stuff that you really need to show this world, okay? Everything we saw was already there, so wow, thanks, awesome, you're awesome. Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is submission number 3 from Mr. Rudy Chevassu. Something among those lines. And this is a Guns N' Roses Night Train drum cover. Something we don't see often here. Yeah, cowbell. Oh, moving cameras, awesome. Great lights. I want to know what kind of tubes you have in the back. Ah, the cowbell. Another lefty drummer. Cool, I like his pentagram tom skins. Nice, nice. He seems a bit too stiff for the way he's playing, but especially when he goes on the hi-hat, like fast hi-hat playing, and then he seems to be a bit stiff. But overall, it's all right. Super tight, super tight. The snare sounds very nice. You know, hard hitting. Yeah, he plays with a lot of swing. He knows how to swing. It's obvious that this was done in a few takes because they're like a camera guy, girl moving behind him, and then all of a sudden it's not there. So like this was done a few times, and I'm wondering like if he has learned the parts perfectly and then replay them again and then just use the audio obviously from one take. This is actually very tricky to do, you know. He's like hitting like this. I could use a little bit more face and body, more joy here. Love the mix, the balance is so great, you know, like you can clearly hear his drums, and there's a lot of music in there as well, so it's perfectly balanced. It's a great production overall. The lights are nice, love the tube lights in the back. Wow, this is nice. Very, very good. Thank you very much for the submission. The good stuff, very nice mix, very nice filming, very nice video quality, lights, love the lights, super tight, super precise, nice sounding drums, hard hitting. Everything that you needed to play here was played, in my opinion, perfectly. So honestly, not much to add here. The bad stuff, I would just really enjoy a little bit more of this fooling around, moving your body, being a bit silly, being a bit more rock and roll, because the only thing that was lacking here is a bit of this kind of a fire and joy, because you were focusing way too much on the parts which you were nailing, you were super precise, and you played everything right. So this is just the next thing to work on, is to be able to play them comfortably without thinking about the parts, because in my opinion you were thinking about the drum parts a little bit too much. I mean, like, this is what I could read from your face, and you could play a little bit more for the audience. This is just, and if you think this is absolute bullshit, trust me, it's a very important factor when you're performing like as a live performer. But I consider like videos as live performance because you're playing to the camera, and on the other side of the camera, who knows, maybe it's 10 million people watching, maybe only Eugene, who knows. So, but that's important that you try to kind of communicate with the audience with your energy. That's all. It was awesome. Thanks. Let's move on, guys. This is entry number 4 from Mr. Thomas O'Mara. Sorry. This is the Harp Machine. Escapist Notion drum cover. Oh, camera sound and dog barking. Love the dog. Please leave the dog. The kick, what's with the kick? Trigger, super clicky. That snare, the snare is barking. Oh. Wait a second. Okay, before we move on, I just need to point this out. This is like kind of a question or guess, because I hear the cymbals. The cymbals sound camera sound cymbals. The snare sounds like it's camera sound plus some kind of a fancy sample put on top of it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I hear. Nice and technical, super cool, super precise. But the sound without the microphone makes me question the way he made it sound like this. Sounds very good. I mean, relatively very good. Oh, this is technical stuff, offbeat accents. Yes, you know what I hear? I hear sometimes the acoustic bass drum coming through, not fully precisely with the sample. The playing is good, you know, precise. Really, he really plays that stuff, for sure. Like 99.99% as precise as it gets. It's just to make it sound more pro. Maybe that's why he did it. That's all right. Where's the dog? Show the dog, please. Thank you very much for the submission. The good stuff. Great power, great coordination, great precision. I really dig everything that you played. I think it was like on point, literally on point, the way it sounds. And this is all I can really say. The bad stuff, the sound resampling is the only thing that I mentioned. Quality of the production, obviously, cameras, better lights, more cameras, audio eventually, mics, you know, and kind of like studio things. So that's the only thing that I would recommend you to invest in the future if you're gonna have the money and the will and the enthusiasm to do that. Because I think you played great, and it would be a shame to, you know, resample all that stuff and not have, like, for example, if we go back all the way to Benny's submission number 1 of Critical Mass, that was like the kind of a top-notch studio quality, and you have the same level of skills, in my opinion, not worse. And it would be great to see you in that kind of top-notch Hollywood studio environment performing, okay? When you have your like good sounding drum kit that sounds amazing and it's all like live without any kind of resampling. But let me just tell you that as a kind of a budget way to make your sound good in a like with no money, this is kind of a, let's say, one way to do it. Just keep in mind that maybe some people are not gonna approve that, and there's gonna be like a lot of, let's say, hate, you know, for doing that because it's not honest, it's cheating. But what I can tell is, like, from the movement of the arms and legs, it's clearly obvious that you are able to do what you're doing. So like the movement is there and it's precise movement, okay? It's not like you're moving your hand like this and all of a sudden it's 400 BPM blast beats, okay? So let's say that it is maybe cheating, but not as much cheating as some other kind of cheating that we see on the internet. Anyway, well done, very good. Let's move on. Boys and girls, submission number 5 from Mr. Hubert, not the Guitar Pro Hubert Asselin. Sorry, I butchered that one. This one is Unexpect Nove Drum Video Landrix. What did I just read? Let's go. Castlevania. Oh, that foot cam here. In the corner. I've never seen anything like this. This is awesome. What the hell is going on? Wait a second. He is right-handed, but this is a traditional blast with the snare on the right hand, the left hand on the hi-hat. Okay, potato, super muffled potato sound of the kick. Precise, but muffled. Holy crap, so many... How the hell is he playing that traditional blast? This guy plays in 3023. I wish the kick was a little bit like clickier and louder. Great skills, you know, he's very technical. Wow, the cymbal chokes, holy shit. Super progressive and technical. That stack is cool. Whoa! Holy shit! Back to Castlevania. So many tempo changes. Oh, again this. But it's very precise blast, so he's definitely playing like the kick between the snare and the snare between the kick, but how and what? Please tell me. I am blown away. This was fantastic. Thank you so much. The good stuff, crazy technique, crazy skills, very complex patterns, insane drumming. I loved it. I really loved it. Not really my kind of music, my kind of style, but watching it was like, wow, like a roller coaster. Okay, so a lot of power, you know, nice speed and super nice precision, at least from what I could hear. But the creative ideas was like the most amazing thing for me, especially that blast, that weird blast. I suppose you play it like with a single stroke roll, starting with the left hand on the hi-hat and kick, and then snare with the right hand in between. Might be wrong, please let me know what's going on. The bad stuff, the production. First of all, I'm gonna just say the video, yes, like dark, poor colors, poor camera choices, let's say, more cameras, better lights. Definitely make sure you get lights, okay? Because I don't think you have any kind of good lights in there. And great lights can pull out like shitty camera work. So like if you have a cheap camera, you can even make it look more or less okay if you have good lights, okay? So with a super good camera, even with bad lights, it's not gonna look good. So lights are very important. The only other thing is the mix of the drums, which is like obviously a matter of taste, but it was just a little bit too much of this. low frequency. I don't understand what's going on. So that's the only reason that I would love to hear a little bit of this triggering clicky sound. But that's all. Thanks, this was cool. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna continue with submission number 6 from Mr. Nicolas Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski sounds Polish, even if he's not Polish. Now he is. And this one is Denial drum playthrough. This seems to be a bedroom E-drum set video. Okay, so it's an E-drum set with I assume like a wedge, some kind of a speakers, sound coming from that. What's going on there? Double strokes on the feet? Seems like it's a double stroke on the right foot. So this is a group of 3, and he does it like right, left, Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I think I hear. And super simple monkey skank. Left hand, open-handed hi-hat playing, I approve. Nice power on the kick as well, like a decent beater angle, like 90 degrees. Oh, he's playing with the left one. Weird. Wow, the foot coordination, check it out. Wow. Why is he doing that? It seems very challenging. He's like, only because I can do it, that's why I'm doing it. Global warming. No, this is cool. Snare, tom, kick, tom. Before I forget, I'm just gonna say that seems to me like he's sitting a little bit, just a little bit too far from the drums and kind of reaches up in front a bit too much. Also, like, check how his feet are positioned, a little bit like, you know, stretching far in front. Not saying that is necessarily a very bad thing. Also, like the snare angle, a little bit like towards him too much. I'd suggest just try to maybe, it seems like you're a tall guy, or maybe this is just a deception from the camera, but maybe try to sit a little bit closer, and then you're not gonna waste too much energy of trying to reach the cymbals and so on, you know, especially because you have a separate kick drum from the upper part of the kit. So toms and snare and cymbals, you can move them separately from each other, and you can maybe move the upper part closer and whatever, leave the kick where it is and stuff like that. Thank you kindly for this submission. The good stuff, decent power, precision. Yeah, nice and relaxed.
You know how to swing.
That was actually very cool. Interesting doubles going on with the footwork. Also, like weird coordination, switching to the left foot and playing stuff very like, not symmetrically, but let's say leading with the left foot occasionally. Weird choice, but challenging and admirable for sure. That's all I can say. The bad stuff, maybe only the production, which is the first thing that comes to my mind. You know, cameras and audio, especially the audio, is like, you know, if you have an E-drum set, it's not that tough, not very expensive to record the sound from the module to your computer. And don't use speakers or wedge and record the camera sound. This is like a no go. I understand when it's like an acoustic kit and you don't have mics, because mics are expensive and audio interface and whatnot. But when you have an E-drums, please don't use the speaker and camera sound, okay? This is one thing. The second thing that I just wanted to add a little bit more of the, you know, body movement, especially anger, especially this groove and fire, because when you play slow stuff, you can move your body around and you can express more with your, you know, body language, not only the drum parts. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks, and let's continue with submission
Number 7.
from Mr. Austin Vicars. This is Dragged Beneath the River of Wrath. Holy crap! Great blast. Wow, super fast kicks. Swivel or double strokes. Awesome blast. Hammer blast. Tokyo. Okay, so like it's like a fragments from each song. Traditional blast, great. It sounds tight, but a little bit sloppy tight. You know, the kind of a great drummer, let's not edit him kind of thing. So this is awesome. But the only thing that before we continue, I see mics. Was it recorded during filming this, or are you just playing to an audio from an album? Not shaming anything, please let me know. I'm curious. I wish there was like a little bit less guitars. Receive judgment. Very powerful blast. Powerful playing overall. Okay, I think he's using double strokes because I see like half knee movement and double time kicks, so double strokes. Check this out, I love this. China 2, and there's like a label on it. Crash 2. Crash 1. It's like I assume that it's easier and faster to assemble the drum kit like this, but those look like labels, you know, in a music store, and like, okay, we're selling these 3 stands. This is only a China stand. Don't use it for anything else. Slam, witness me. Oh yeah. Super savage bell. Hell yeah, oh, the snare on the blast, super powerful snare. This kind of savage blasting when he knows like that he needs to go fast, but it's also maybe not super long, so he's gonna put all his effort into his, you know who plays like that? Adam Björk. That's like, that guy is sick. Oh yes, some technical stuff. Doomslayer. Man, you were fantastic. I loved it. Oh, now we have camera sound. Let's watch it. Tits! He said tits. I was hoping there's gonna be some bloopers, but these qualify as bloopers. Thank you very much for this submission, the good stuff. You have great skills. You have great technique. You know the stuff, like the extreme kind of metal that you need to do, blast beats, very powerful blast beats, and nice precise double strokes with the triggers, double bass. You have great, like, let's say, arsenal. Nothing super duper crazy creative, but like very nice and complete in terms of a modern extreme drummer who could, like, you know what to do and how to use your tools. This is awesome. And it was fairly super precise, sometimes sloppy here and there, which shows more genuine performance rather than like, let's say, lack of editing skills or something like this. So this is awesome. I love it. I respect it. And this is how a live drummer should sound. The bad stuff, well, the bad stuff is my microphone is falling apart. The bad stuff is just the video quality, like lights and cameras. That's it. The sound, yeah, of the kit, maybe a bit less guitars, but come on, it's a matter of taste. So like, I would love to hear a little bit more of your super precise plastic kind of sound. Once again, I'm gonna reference Mr. Benny from submission number 1 in the studio. Sorry, Benny, I'm gonna reference you today a lot. It seems like how things should sound. So top quality studio, great sound from the console, you know, great mix. It's also mixed nicely, and then lights and cameras and so on. Other than that, super cool. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Boys and girls, this is submission number 8 from Mr. Michael. And this is Molten Chains, Hand of God. Of spelled with an F and not with a V, how I pronounced it. Wow, camera sound. Super chill playing. Super chill pussy blast, alright. You can put a bit more power into it. Or double bass. Traditional blast. Super slow and super precise traditional blast. Wow. This is not easy to do. Left hand is great. Wow, this is on point. It's painfully slow and surprisingly very nicely on point. The traditional blast is great. A bit of crooklets in the double bass. Super Max Kolesne angle on the beaters. Okay. Double bass, definitely triplets. Your double bass is a little bit slower than 16th notes in this case when you do I have mentioned this in some previous reviews before. When you have the snare and the hi-hat, boom, 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 this is the quarter note, okay, it's the 4th note. Your right foot needs to do double time, ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. It's always easier to just split everything into half and then slowly kind of build it up from there, being able to count the hits. So the right foot goes ta-ta, 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 with the hands pa, 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 pa. You need to make sure that you're able to do this double bass part here without the left foot. So remove the left foot and just do double time right foot, pa, 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 together with the hands. And if you're able to follow that and hear that, put the left foot back in the equation, but keep an eye on the right foot and make sure you listen to the right foot doing pa 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 pa. 2 strokes of the kick per hand stroke, okay? Otherwise, it's gonna be chaos. In the long run, this kind of criplet double bass is unacceptable. I'm sorry to be so harsh, but that's the reality. It's weird how his hi-hat is like all the way here. But you know, in a way, you can clearly see how the left hand has enough space. The hi-hat is crossing his arms, and the hi-hat is not really in the way. Thank you very much for this submission. The good stuff. Surprisingly precise traditional blast, especially the positioning of the left hand on the snare between the kicks. Considering the tempo. This is a painfully slow tempo to use with 2 kicks, yet at the same time, I really wanted to criticize your traditional blast badly, but I couldn't because it was good. In my opinion, it was precise. Painful to watch, but nice to listen. If I would just do this, it would be great. Like powerful playing, more or less precise everything, okay? So that's all. The bad stuff, the criplet potato double bass that I mentioned, please make sure that you work on that. I highly recommend you to address this issue because this is important. What is also important, but not that much, is, you know, a little bit more body, a little bit more of the kind of a savagery. You know, if you feel like you're not tired because it's this not super fast, you can always, let's say you have a spare energy that you would usually invest into speed, then you take it and you invest it into power, okay? So like hit as hard as you can as long as the tempo allows it. Adam Björk, okay? So, and the other thing is just the production, cameras, you know, and sound. Would be good to have good sound, like mics, sound from the console, and good lights and good cameras. That's all. Overall, do what you are doing and keep challenging yourself with more challenging songs, you know, and keep growing. You're on the right track. Ladies and gentlemen, this is submission number 9 from Mr. Vasilis Nanos. And I am in for a treat because this is Belfegor. Format. This is a drum cover. Okay, I recorded this cover last week, well, which was like 2 years ago. I really had a bad drumming day, so this was the best take I did. The video is one take, no editing or replacement. I only trigger my bass drum. As if that was an audition. So I am really looking forward to this because let me tell you before we jump in, this is also one of the toughest songs we always played live with them. This was always played as the last one or the one before the last or something like this by the time where you're like exhausted. Especially depending on how you play the kick drums, triplets or 16th notes. We'll see. This is a rough one and I always get tired. 1 foot blast, amazing swivel, hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, you're awesome. You see, my mic could not handle the awesomeness. This is cool, I already love it. Hell yeah, the 16th to triplet transition. Yes, ding ding down. Yes, super chill and relaxed. Wow. Hell yeah, and he's not stopping the kicks during the rolls like I do. Ah, 2 feet blast. Okay, he got tired. Okay, no shaming here. Sorry, the nostalgia is strong. Super live, a tiny bit sloppy, but at the same time, very good. I say, hire this guy. Amazing, very good, super honest. This is one take, no editing. This is holy shit. He's missing the double snare. Boom, pa pam pam. 1 foot blast. Bum 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 ba ba bum bum ba. You missed the cymbal choke. But this song is a real bitch on double bass and it's very exhausting. Wow. Thank you, Dankeschön, the good stuff. If this is one take, no edit, no whatsoever, this was like one of my good days and performances live with them. So this was fantastic. Great swivel, like overall double bass rolls, even like some double strokes here with the hands. I approve, it's okay. So, and the blasts were also amazing. I think like 90-something% of the drum parts were on point. Some variations here and there, but I don't think they matter. You played almost everything as it should be, so this is cool. Well done.
Well done.
The bad stuff, I really don't know. You know, this is a tough one, and if I would have spare energy, I would just put more hatred in there and like more body and more like evil stuff. But this one is very tough to do. You know, like this is one of the most challenging songs that we did. So maybe production, like, you know, the cameras. You already had 3 cameras, which is good. I mean, like, it's a nice environment, but you can always go bigger. And really, I have nothing else to criticize because this was awesome. You know, like, I'm just saying all these things because this song is very close to me as an experience and playing it so many times, you know, so I can clearly tell what's up, and you did a fantastic job. Awesome. Thank you for sharing this one. Really. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go with the final submission today. This is entry number 10 from Mr. Maciej Kolodziej. Kolodziej, correct. Uszanowanko pan, Pan Maciej, witam, siema. I hope everything's good. Zdrówko and all that. Okay, this is Parkway Drive, Wild Eyes drum cover. Studio quality. Okay, guys, we're in for another treat. This is studio quality. What does that mean? We're gonna find out soon. Okay, wait a second. He says studio, but it seems like it's a field. Some kind of plains. So he has a studio in the plains. Yes, headbanging and sunset. What can be more beautiful than that? I'm curious. Studio quality. So the sound is not what we hear. We don't have mics. Okay. So this is like the movement imitation of the studio that was unfortunately not on this beautiful sunset field. Super chill skank beat. The sunset is 10 out of 10, man. Hell yeah. Praise the sun. I mean, this is an amazing, cool idea. It's like, looks like some kind of a cool commercial, you know, or something. One thing before I forget, I'm just gonna point out, pay attention to the horizon. It's always the horizon that's gonna define how tilted your camera is, and you see the mountains and the field meeting there and how it's kind of a diagonal thing. So please make sure that you adjust the camera rotation accordingly. Also, like the vertical stance should be vertical and not Pisa Tower kind of thing. So I mean, like, it's not like the end of the world, you know, but since like this is, okay, I'm sorry, I'll be a dick, but I'm gonna say, let's say that since this is kind of a fake video because the sound is not coming from the video, so at least like if you're putting more emphasis on the beautiful sunset, on the cool landscapes, get the video thing good. So at least this is something like, try to align, you know, to get nice shots. Oh, that zoom in was super cheesy. Yes, I hear like kind of a double flammy kicks here, so like so, which in my opinion means that he did record the audio for the drums separately, so there is his drumming somewhere on top of the song. It's not just the song playing. He just left all that audio in the studio behind when he said like, no, I want to go and see the sunset. Very nice, very nice. Thank you very much for the submission. The good stuff. Love the sun. I love the sun, and thank you for the sunset. It was cool. No, overall energy, entertainment, and power. You know, like I could, even if let's say the sound was not coming from the video, but it was coming from somewhere, I could definitely tell that you're playing all that stuff that you recorded previously. Okay, so there was really not that much faking and cheating here in terms of like you're not able to play some kind of crazy speeds or something like this. It was just more practical to record the audio there and do the video here. I understand, of course. So, you know, like with this kind of, let's say, relatively slow drumming, for me it's relatively slow drumming because my eye can more or less catch all the hits that you're doing, let's say, yes, with accuracy, you know, so that corresponds to the sound that we're hearing, which is all right. So that's why, like, with this kind of drumming, this kind of slow stuff, not having genuine audio from the video is like somewhat sometimes acceptable, you know. So the bad stuff, you know, in the end with this kind of let's say replaced audio drumming, this is something that you eventually want to avoid in the future when you want to go big. Let's say that you're gonna become a drummer of a big band, or you're gonna do an audition for a big band or something like this, and they would prefer you to sound, you know, because like playing and moving, all that stuff, you have it. You got all those things, you know, but people often want more honesty. And the problem that we have in the modern world, that technology is so advanced and developing so fast that it's very, very, very easy to fake your drumming in such a nice way that nobody will ever be able to notice. Trust me, I know this because I fake a lot of stuff, and I know how to fake it in such a way that you'll never be able to tell that it's fake. So I am like, if I would put all the time and effort into my drumming that I put into editing and faking, then I would be a great drummer. So like, and I also do that for convenient reasons. Let's say for convenience reasons. Let's say that I see a beautiful sunset that I want to play, and then I'm gonna fake my audio. So yes, I understand. For sometimes it's like it's a kind of a gray area where you draw the line and what do you consider to be super fake and less fake. So up to you, okay? But overall, I had a great time watching you. So thank you very much. It was cool. Keep up the good work. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is the grand finale. We are done with batch number 18. Thank you guys for all the submissions. It was very, very nice. Next time we're going to be back. It's going to be batch number 19, and here you see the 10 unlucky, brave, reckless participants that we're going to review with the next video. For everybody who hasn't participated yet and would like to participate, please make sure that you watch the video on rules, how to submit your video before sending me your stuff. Additionally, to anybody who feels generous enough to support me morally, but more importantly financially, you can always become my patron following this Patreon link down below. Any support during these dark and uncertain times is of course welcome. To anybody else and to everybody else, I wish happy holidays, happy new year, and all the best to you guys. I hope you're doing fine and you're still all healthy and have a great New Year's resolution, whatnot. And I'm gonna see you very, very soon with the next video. So I'm gonna say goodbye here. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye. Eugene out. Impressed by this precision? Me too. This is all achievable thanks to the Foot Blaster triggers. Make sure that you head to footblaster.com and use the code Eugene in order to get a discount for your next Foot Blaster trigger purchase. Hell yeah. Praise the sun. I mean, this is an amazing, cool idea. It's like, looks like some kind of a cool commercial, you know, or something.